Nervous system is the complex system of our body. It is a heart center, and we know it is responsible for coordination of our activities. Whatever we do, we eat, we sleep, we talk, we dance, we move, we learn. Learning, everything is controlled by this nervous system. It maintains the equilibrium of the internal and external environment. So nervous system is very broad topic. So today we are discussing it. Nervous system can be divided to central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. In central nervous system, we will study this in brain and spinal cord. So this is our brain, and this is the spinal cord. Okay. Neurons are also present except this brain and spinal cord. ब्रेन एंड स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के बाहर भी न्यूरॉन्स प्रेजेंट होंगे, उनको हम लोग किस पे देखते हैं. दैट सिस्टम कम्स इन, दैट न्यूरॉन्स जो फॉर्म करेंगे वो है पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम. ओके, दिस कम्स इन पेरिफेरल नर्वस सिस्टम. सपोज दिस इज अ muscles, our muscles, like it is, I'm touching this surface, this is hot, warm, so I'm touching this, so a message goes to brain that the surface is warm, and then this brain gets the message, it analyzes and it sends an impulse back. So the neurons which carries the impulses to the brain are called efferent neurons, and which the impulses which coming out of brain to the muscles is efferent neurons. So when the impulse will come from brain, this surface is hot, I will remove my finger. This is performed when the brain gets the message that the surface is hot, and it analyzes and I'm removing my finger. So this is happening due to peripheral nervous system. Both are acting. Means whatever the impulses are coming from the lower organs to the brain is efferent neurons, and brain to the organs efferent neurons. We will go into study this in details. Suppose this is I have drawn a neuron here. Nervous system, the functional unit of nervous system is neuron, just like kidney. Functional unit is nephron. Same in nervous system, functional unit is neuron. So I have drawn a neuron. This is the head part with the cell body, and this is the terminal part, axonal part. So in this head part, this head, these dendrites are present. In dendrites there are receptors. ऐसे तो इम्पल्स नहीं जाएगा जब तक receptors में कुछ एक्टिवेट नहीं होगा. स्टिमुलाई, whenever the receptors gets the stimuli, it sends the message to the brain. When the receptors get stimuli is, it can be of three types: touch, pain, or heat. When these neurons get the stimuli, it sends the stimulus impulse to the brain. It is a myelinated sheet. Myelinated sheet is nothing but the fatty sheets. These are insulators. So this is not carrying impulse. Those impulse will go like hopping, jumping fast. This will go to the brain, to the spinal cord. It will go to the brain. Now see, due to the presence of this myelinated sheet, the impulse will go faster. If there is no myelinated sheet, the impulse will travel slowly, and the impulse will move slowly. So this is the benefit of myelinated sheet. Then finally the impulse have reached to the brain. The surface is hot. So now what will happen? It will bring back the impulse to remove. This is called efferent neuron. And the signals which are coming back from the brain can be of two types. Means one which is acting on the voluntary muscles, and one is acting on the involuntary muscles. So efferent Two types of mm, nervous systems we can see in efferent, that is somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Somatic nervous system acting on voluntary muscles, and autonomic nervous systems acting on involuntary. Which we can't move. Voluntary muscles which we can move, like skeletal muscles. So in the case of voluntary muscles, I'm making a neuron animated, and suppose this is our skeletal muscle. So the brain is sending the message through the brain is sending the message. This is the neuron is brings that message to the skeletal muscles. Now this is the another neuron which I am trying for this autonomic nervous system. This is the heart. Now the autonomic nervous system, which is involuntary, is divided into two parts, that is parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system. This will work opposite to each other. Now this is the heart. Impulses coming from the brain for the autonomic nervous system. It will come through this neuron and goes to the neuron. Here there is a junction of axon and the head part. This is called ganglia. So there is not only one ganglia which is here junction. I am drawing one, but here there are lots of neurons present in the ganglia which carries the impulse not only the heart but also the kidney. So the brain brings the impulse from brain. The impulse is coming to heart and kidney. Now it brings the brain sending the impulse to the heart. It will coming from the neurons through ganglia to the hearts. Now two types of action will be here, not only one type, because ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ उसको heart rate घटाना है या बढ़ाना है. It's not like to decrease the heart rate or increase the heart rate. So both functions are required. So for example, in the fear, fight, flight, fear mood, just like after exercise or when animals runs after us, then we need more oxygen. Heart rate should be more so that we can run. So to fulfill that demand, we need heart will pump more blood, so there will be increased heart rate will increase, cardiac output will increase, BP will increase, and sympathetic nervous system, we can say, it will activate it at that time. In fear, flight, fight, mood, these things are required. जो बॉडी को ज़रूरत है कि ये सब बढ़े तो ये बढ़ते हैं. नाउ exercise is finished, that animal has gone, now the body needs rest, so it will rest and digest. Two functions will be performed in parasympathetic nervous system. Now body is in resting position, now heart rate is decreased, oxygen demand is decreased, so heart rate is decreased, cardiac output is decreased. Now the body will relax. When parasympathetic nervous system is activated now, in sympathetic nervous system, the neurotransmitter which is present in the axon part, it contains the cycle. If you see the cycle, this is the cycle which is present in the axonoterminal part. It contains the chemicals, neurotransmitter. It is released, and the action we perform, like we are running or we are resting, comes from this neurotransmitter. In case of sympathetic, there is adrenaline. In case of parasympathetic, that is acetylcholine. So the effect will be different in both the cases. So we have seen the nervous system is divided into two parts: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system has brain and spinal cord, and peripheral nervous system, the neurons which is present except brain and spinal cord forms the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral nervous system has the two types of neurons, afferent and efferent, which takes the message to the brain. Impulses which are going to brain are carried by efferent neurons, and the impulses which are coming from brain to the organs, that is efferent neurons, through efferent neurons. Now efferent neurons bring two types of impulses from the brain. They can be either somatic, which acts on controls voluntary muscles, which we can control, and also it brings the impulses to the involuntary muscles, which is comes under autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system, in their parasympathetic nervous system and sympathetic nervous system acts. These involuntary muscle example is like heart. So we have seen in this the peripheral nervous system.